Children, how are you all? Yeah, children, you already completed second lesson in social, that is Northern Mountains, isn't it? Yeah, today I am going to start third lesson, that is Northern Plains of India. Okay, this one is one of the physical features of India, isn't it? Today we are going to learn about Northern Plains. Now tell me children quickly, I already told you plains means what? Yes, plains are nothing but, those are flat landforms, isn't it? Yeah, children, I am giving today some important words. Just write down in a book. Okay, maintain a book and write down these specific words. Now, plains are nothing but flat landforms. These flat landforms are below the northern mountains. Northern plains, are lying below the northern mountains, and those are flat landforms like this. These are flat landforms. Those are low lying, flat landforms. And children, these landforms are so fertile. You learn this word also. So write down what is fertile. Nothing but the soil. Soil contains more amount of minerals. More minerals. If more minerals are there, then that land or soil, we call it as fertile soil. Understood? So the land is so flat and it has more amount of minerals. That's why we call that land as fertile land. Understood? Why it is so fertile? Because see here north side we have northern mountains, right? Those mountains are nothing but ice mountains. We learned that some are ice mountains. Those are called glaciers. Have you remembered? Glaciers are nothing but snow mountains. Glaciers. These glaciers are covered with snow. Fully is with the ice only. So those ice mountains slowly melts and changes into rivers. Understood? These mountains, ice mountains, slowly melts and changes into rivers. Those rivers are continuously flowing from the mountains. Those rivers are called perennial rivers. Write down this word also children. Perennial. Perennial means continuous flow of water. Understood? So here, because of continuous flow of water, the land is so fertile. Because minerals are running from through these perennial rivers. Understood? So the land is so fertile. Have you understood up to here children? Yes. Next, coming to, today I am going to discuss about one specific topic, that is importance of northern plains. We will learn about importance of northern plains children. So children, write down some important points in your book about northern plains. One by one I will tell, just note down. First importance is I said no perennial rivers running from the mountains, right, to these plains. So suitable climate is suitable for, write down children, climate suitable for agriculture. Climate is suitable for agriculture. Agriculture means what? Tell me children. Yes, growing crops, isn't it? Growing crops, what we call agriculture. So many plants, right? If you grow in a place many crops, then we call it as agriculture, isn't it? So the climate is suitable for agriculture. Why it is suitable for agriculture? Why the plants are growing more and more? Because these are another one, nothing but fertile soil. I said no, the land is so fertile. Why it is fertile? Because when the rivers are moving, they make an LOV. Write down this word, alluvium. A specific word. Alluvium is a nothing but clay deposited by the river. Understood? It is deposited. Deposited means it is settled by the river. When the river is flowing from the mountains to these plains, along with the river some soil is also moving. And that one is alluvium, deposited by the river, so that the land becomes so fertile. Understood? This one is, it is suitable for agriculture. Why it is suitable for agriculture? Because the land is fertile. Next, another one is Okay. Another importance is whenever, okay, the rivers are flowing in that place, the towns and means the people also able to live in that place. Why? Because whenever the rivers are flowing, more amount of crops are growing and they are getting more food, right? So that's why towns and cities are developed. Towns, cities developed in the northern plains. Understood? Developed in plains. Why they are developed in these northern plains? Because rivers are flowing, right? Rivers are flowing and they are so fertile and crops are growing more and more on the land because the water is moving. Understood? That one we call it as a specific word. Write down this word also, children. Irrigation. Irrigation is nothing but, okay, what is irrigation? Is nothing but supply of water. Okay, supply of water. How we are getting water? Okay, suppose if the land is there, crops are there and water is passing in like this, okay, then this process we call it as irrigation. Understood? Irrigation is nothing but supply of water for the crops. That one we call it as irrigation. Have you understood? So here towns and cities are developed in that plains. Why? Because they are having more amount of water. Water is coming from where? From the northern mountains, right? Mountains, ice mountains melts and changes into rivers. Understood? So rivers are flowing in these plains and it is suitable for irrigation and also for growing crops, agriculture. Right, children? Next, I will tell you a specific word. Write down that word also, children. River basin. What is that? River basin. What is this river basin? River basin. Very, very important. River means, okay, it is a flow of water, right? Water body that is moving from one place to another place, then we call it as a river. River basin. It is nothing but an area. Write down this word about this. An area, okay, watered by the river, okay. If the area is, suppose this is the area. Think it is an area. This area is watered by some rivers like this, okay. Then this one we call it as river basin. What we call? River basin. Understood, children? What is river basin? Nothing but an area watered by the river. Got it? So here so many rivers are in a specific place, okay, an area is watered by the, here water is there. Understood? From various rivers, then we call it as river basins, and these ones, specific ones, we call it as tributaries. Write down this word also. What is this? Tributary is nothing but a river. This is a river. This is a river. All these are rivers and comes to the specific area. This one we call it as a river basin. What we call? A river basin. And these specific rivers are flowing into a large river body. Then these ones we call it as tributaries. Understood, children? Write down this word and this word. Very, very important. What is river basin? An area watered by the river. Okay. Those rivers, okay, specific rivers, we call it as tributaries. Got it, children? Now, we'll see here we have some major river basins are there in the northern plains. What? Main river basins are there. River basins, I said about river basin, right? River basins are mainly 3 types are there. How many are there in the northern plains? We are talking about northern plains. In northern plains, okay, in northern plains, we have mainly 3 river basins. How many, children? 3 are there. Major river basins. Okay, what are those? First one, Indus. Write down Indus River Basin. Okay, Indus Basin and Ganga River Basin, right? And third one, Brahmaputra. Okay, Brahmaputra River Basin. These are all river basins. Basins means a particular area covered by the water, I said, right? particular area is watered by the rivers, then we call it as river basin. Right, children? How many are there? I said mainly three. Three major. Major means main ones. Three major river basins. What are those? Indus River Basin, Ganga River Basin, Brahmaputra River Basin. How to remember this? Gib. Just remember Gib. If you remember this Gib word, then it is easy. Or otherwise you can remember big. Just remember big word. Right? Brahmaputra, Indus, first letter. What is that? Brahmaputra. Okay? Indus. G means Ganga. If you remember big, big means major. Okay? Major river basins. What are those? Three main major river basins. So remember this word. So it is easy for you. What is big? Big is nothing but B means Brahmaputra River Basin, I means Indus River Basin, G means Ganga River Basin. Have you understood up to here, children? Yes. How many river basins are there mainly in the northern plains? Tell me, children. Three river basins, that is Indus River Basin, Ganga River Basin and Brahmaputra River Basin. Now, today, okay, we are going to learn about these three river basins. Okay, first one. What I said? First one, Indus River Basin, right? Indus Basin, or otherwise we call it as Indus Basin also. Okay, now coming to here, where it is exactly, okay, comes from. This river, where it is exactly and from where it is originate. Originate means it starts. Understood? Where it originates. It originates. Originate means it starts from Tibetan. What is that? Tibetan. Okay. From the place Tibetan Plateau. It is there near here. Okay, China. Here. Got it, children? So I'll show you that picture also for you. Indus River Basin. Look at here, children. This is our India, right? And here we have, okay, here Tibetan Plateau is there. From here to here, okay, Indus River flows. Look at here. This full is Indus. Understood? And in Indus also, I said a river basin is having some rivers, right? Tributaries. What I said? Tributaries is nothing but, those are also rivers. These are rivers. Tributaries are nothing but rivers. Some small rivers. Some small rivers and join in a big river. Then this one we call it as basin, I said. Right? Indus River Basin. Now look at here a specific, I will tell you. So look at here. See here. This is Tibetan Plateau. Okay. From this, which one is start? Indus. Look at here. This is Indus. Our India map here. Tibetan is starting. Okay. From here. Indus is originate from the Tibetan Plateau and it is going four main countries. Okay. Touching. Indus is touching four main countries. That is Pakistan, Afghanistan, India and China. Understood? So, Indus is starts from Tibetan Plateau. Understood? And here China is there. And it touches four countries. That is China, India, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Have you understood, children? Yes. Next one. So, these tributaries, main tributaries are there. I said no. Tributaries means those are small rivers. What are those? I will tell. Right? Have you understood up to here? Tibetan Plateau, from Tibetan Plateau, which is originates means it starts. Which one? Indus, right? Now, so here in Indus, what are the four main countries that this Indus is running? I said it passes from, okay, passes through Pakistan. Four countries. What are these four countries, children? Just remember these four countries. One is Pakistan, okay, Afghanistan, right, and another one is China, and fourth one is our India. Got it, children? From these four countries, this Indus River Basin passes. Got it? And Indus is also having some tributaries, I said. They are having some tributaries, main 5 tributaries are there to the Indus. Okay? What are those? Look at here, children. Remember, 5 tributaries. Tributaries are nothing but what I said. Those are also river bodies. What are these? rivers only. These are also tributaries are nothing but small rivers join and form the big river, right? Suppose this is a small, this is a small, this is a small. All these joined and form a big one. This one is the main river basin. What is this river basin? Understood? So these one we call it as tributaries. What we call tributaries. Have you understood? Like that 5 tributaries are there for this Indus. Which one? Indus. We are talking about today Indus first. Okay. So here what are those 5? First one is, okay, Chenab. What is that? Chenab. Second one is Jhelum. Understood, children? Write down these specific words. Third one is Satluj. Okay. Fourth one is Bias. Fifth one is Ravi. Remember, write down these specific words. These are all tributaries. Tributaries are nothing but rivers only. Small rivers join and form the big river basin, that is Indus. What is that? Indus. Have you understood? Now I will show those tributaries also. Look at here, children. See here. This is Chenab. Okay. Jhelum and Bias, Ravi. Okay. All these here only. All small tributaries forms the big Indus. Got it? Right. Next, coming to, so this okay, passes through which states? See here, children. Here Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir. What are those main? This Indus is passing from mainly from India. Okay, in India it passes through states like Jammu and Kashmir. Write down these also. So have you remembered these 5 tributaries? Yes. Now these tributaries, okay, Indus, those are comes under Indus. Okay, this Indus is passing through states like Jammu and Kashmir in India, children. Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. Second one, it passes through Haryana and also it touches Punjab. Okay, and also it touches here Himachal Pradesh. Understood? What are the 4 main states? It touches Himachal Pradesh. Which one is touching? Indus. We are talking about Indus. Got it, children? 4 main countries and also in India it touches these states. Got it? So Indus is flowing from Jammu and Kashmir, Haryana, Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. All these states. In all these states which is flowing river Indus. Got it? Yes. Next, coming to Ganga river basin. Second one, Ganga river basin. Isn't it, children? Ganga river basin. Now, this one is originate from the Gangotri. It originates means it starts. Okay. It originates from Gangotri. From which place, children? Gangotri. Okay, I'll show you that where it is. Now look at here, children. This is the Gangotri glacier. Okay, here in the Himalayas. Okay, Gangotri glacier, and it flows like this. This is the Ganga. Okay, full blue is the Ganga, and it is again divided into small. This one we call it as tributaries. I said no, distributaries. These are all small streams. Okay, so from here, so Gangotri glacier, Ganga originates and it moves through the states. Okay, it flows through the states. Here which states are there? Uttar Pradesh, okay, Uttarakhand, Bihar, West Bengal. Understood, children? Have you understood now? Right. Now look at here, tell me. So Gangotri, Ganga is originated from Gangotri, okay, and it is flowing through the states. Which states it flows? Uttar Pradesh, right, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, right, children, and also it touches here Bihar and Uttarakhand. Okay, these are the states that Ganga flows, right, and also divides into small tributaries, I said, right. Now what are those tributaries? Now we'll see. Okay, have you understood from where Ganga originates? This one, remember, very important, from Gangotri. And Indus is originate from Tibetan, right? Tibetan plateau. Now, what are those tributaries? I will tell you now. Ganga is also having some tributaries, okay, and it is also having some 4 tributaries towards the north side, 4 and 3 towards the south, okay. Total 7 are there. Here so many are there, some main, okay. I am saying only few tributaries. Right, children? Tributary means nothing but rivers, I said, right? Small rivers, small river streams. What are those? Look at here. One is all are starts with G only. One is Gomti. Okay. What is that? One is Gomti. Another one Gagra. And next one is Kosi. Okay. And last one is Gandak. How to remember? See here all the three G's, right? KG3. Remember, KG3. K means Kosi. G. 3 G's are there. Gomti, Gagra and Gantok. Okay. These are the towards the north side. Understood? Those are all towards these tributaries. Few main tributaries. Gomti, Gangra and Gantok, Kosi. All these 3 KG3. Remember, so that those are towards the north. And coming to south. South, how many I said? 3, right? 3 tributaries. What are those? Look at here, children. 3 are towards the south. What are those? One is Sun. Name only. Name of the tributary. Sun. Okay. Another one is name is Chambal. Okay. And Bitwa. These are 3 towards the south side. Okay. These are small rivers. Okay. Remember Sun, Chambal, Bitwa. Right? Or you can remember BSC. Okay. If you remember BSC, then Bitwa, Sun and Chambal. Okay. And south side is what I said, KG3. Means Kosi, okay, Gomti, Gagra and another one what I said, Gantok. And here BSC. Okay. Towards the south side. That is Bitwa, S means Sun and Chambal. Okay. These are all the tributaries of Ganga. Okay. And Ganga is the main river, okay, that flowing in the northern plains, this region. Right? I showed, no? Yes. Next coming to Brahmaputra. Have you remember up to here? Yes. Next coming to Brahmaputra river basin. What is the third one? Brahmaputra river basin. Right, children? Okay. Now, where it originates? It is also originates, okay, in the Tibet. Where? In Tibet. Look at here, children. Look at here. This is the Tibetan plateau, right? It originates from here. Okay. Which one? Brahmaputra. Look at here. Brahmaputra, right? It originates from here and it moves like this. Okay. Got it? So it is also originates in, where it originates? Originates in Tibet. Got it? In Tibet. Got it? Next, this river basin is flowing through the Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. It flows from here, Arunachal Pradesh. It touches here and goes like this. And see, here only from the Tibet, Indus is moving like this, and Ganga is from here, Himalayas. From Himalayas here, Gangotri, I said, no? From Gangotri glacier, it is moving like this. Whereas from Tibet, okay, in China, from Tibet, Brahmaputra is moving like this, and it is coming to the India from the state Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, it touches, it flows from Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. Arunachal Pradesh, and it moves from, it starts from the Arunachal Pradesh and moving towards the Assam. Okay. In Assam we call it as Brahmaputra. This river we call it as Brahmaputra. Got it, children? So in the Assam we call it as Brahmaputra. Until that it is the name is, specific name is there. I'll show you that one. Here, look at here. This one, this name, okay? In the China, right? That's why. When it enters here Arunachal Pradesh to Assam, then we call it as Brahmaputra. Have you understood, children? Yes. Next, this one is also having some tributaries, okay, like Ganga, but not mentioned, okay? And this Ganga and Brahmaputra both form a delta, okay? Delta means it like this. What is triangle? Triangle we call it as a delta, children, okay? Which one forms? Ganga and Brahmaputra, both river basins form a delta here, okay, where near down of the Bangladesh. Look at here, I'll show that picture also. See here, children. So this one is the Sundarbans delta, okay, here. So this Ganga and also Brahmaputra, okay, both together forms a delta, that is nothing but Sundarbans delta, okay. Remember up to here. Have you understood up to here? Now I'll show you all those in a small video. Watch that video, children.
In this video, we shall learn about the major rivers in India. Well, the major rivers in India can be divided into the Himalayan rivers and the rivers of the Indian plateau. The major Himalayan rivers are River Ganga, River Brahmaputra, and River Indus. These are not just rivers, they are river system. River Ganga is the longest and the most important river of India. It is 2,525 kilometers long and it flows through the states of Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. River Ganga is the most sacred river to Hindus. It is also a lifeline to millions of Indians who live along its course and depend on it for their daily needs. River Ganga originates from Gangotri Glacier at Gomukh. The headwaters of Ganga is known as Bhagirathi. It joins river Alaknanda at Devprayag, and from here the river is known as Ganga. Yamuna is the second largest tributary of Ganga. River Yamuna originates at Yamunotri and joins Ganga at Allahabad. It is the longest river in India which does not directly flow into the sea. The rivers joining Ganga from the north are Ramganga, Gomati, Ghagra. Rapti joins Ghagra, Gandak, and Kosi. River Ghagra is the largest tributary of Ganga. The rivers joining Yamuna from the south are Chambal. Now, the tributaries of Chambal are Banas, Parbati, and Kali Sindh. The other tributaries of Yamuna are River Sindh and Betwa. The tributary of Betwa is Dhassan. Then it is Ken and Tons. River Son joins River Ganga. The tributary of River Son are Rihand and Koyal. In West Bengal, River Ganga is joined by Mayurakshi and Damodar. Coming to the next river, River Indus. Well, the Indus River is 3,180 kilometers long, and this makes it one of the longest rivers in Asia. The river originates in the western part of Tibet in the vicinity of Mount Kailash and Lake Mansarovar. The river passes through Jammu Kashmir and before joining Arabian Sea, it passes through Pakistan. It is the longest river and the national river of Pakistan. River Satluj is the largest tributary of River Indus. It originates from Rakshasthal Lake in Tibet. This river flows through the states of Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, and joins River Indus in Pakistan. The tributaries of Indus are Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas. And in the northern part, the tributaries are Shyok, Gilgit, and Jhaskar. The next important Himalayan river is the river Brahmaputra. River Brahmaputra is one of the major rivers of Asia which flows through China, India, and Bangladesh. This river is 3,848 kilometers long. River Brahmaputra is also called Sangpo in Tibet. It originates on the Chimangyongdung Glacier located on the northern side of the Himalayas in Burang County of Tibet. When I say county, a county is a geographical region of a country used for administrative or other purpose in certain modern nations. The Brahmaputra enters India in the state of Arunachal Pradesh, where it is called Siang. In Assam, the river is called Brahmaputra. In Bangladesh, the Brahmaputra is joined by the river Teesta, then it is known as Jamuna. Later on, it merges with the lower Ganga called the river Padma. In the final part, the river is called Meghna. Now the main tributaries of Brahmaputra are river Teesta, Dubri, Manas, Subansiri, Lohit, Tibang, Dhanasiri, Kopili, and Meghna. River Meghna in the initial stage is known as Barak. River Surma. When it turns south, it is known as Meghna.
Video children, is it clear for you? 3 river basins, right? Yes. Now coming to review zone children. Okay. Here Ganga originates from Dash Glacier. From which glacier I said Ganga starts? Originates means it starts. Okay. From which place? Gangotri. What is that? Write down children. Gangotri. Okay. From Gangotri Glacier. Next, a river flowing into large river. Suppose a river is there, another river. It flows into a large river. That this river, what we called, I said, yes, tributary. What we call tributary. Understood? A river. This is a river flowing into a larger river. This is a large river. Okay. Then this river we call it as tributary. Right? Next, dash major basins in northern plains of India. How many basins I said? 3, right? So 3 major basins are there in the northern plains of India. Right children? Have you understood up to here? Yeah children, remaining part of the lesson, like in that we have a lifestyle of people in the northern plains. Okay, we'll learn in the next part. Right? Take care. Bye.